The step-by-step technique for LSX root canal preparation is easy to follow. Always use a rubber dam and prepare a straight line access when performing an endodontic procedure. This is an appropriate time to clean and flare the coronal third of the canal, which can be done with many different types of instruments and techniques. Establish patency with a number 15 file, then determine working length with an electronic foramen locator. Proper access and hand filing to at least a number 15 hand file will prepare the appropriate glide path for LSX. Patency is established and working length is determined to be 20 millimeters from the reference point at the occlusal surface to the apical constriction. Before beginning with the LSX number 20, flood the canal and chamber with Endovac's master delivery tip. Begin instrumentation with the number 20 LSX using the recommended EndoPal handpiece. No resistance is felt, which means no cutting is taking place. Notice the length marking rings on the shank of the LSX. Using these will save you time by eliminating the need for rubber stops. No resistance is felt with the number 25 LSX. This indicates the canal is larger than the number 25 instrument. Therefore, there's no need to irrigate if the instrument does not cut dentin. So we've moved quickly to the LSX number 30. In this example, the number 30 encounters slight resistance 2 millimeters from working length as it touches two sides of the canal wall. When it meets resistance, pause, then slowly advance to working length. Remove the instrument and irrigate with the Endovac master delivery tip, which suctions excess irrigant and fills the canal with irrigant in one step. Moving up in the sequence, the number 35 encounters some resistance 3 millimeters from the working length. We pause and then slowly advance apically to working length. It goes rather easily, indicating not much cutting is occurring. Follow the same irrigation protocol after each instrument that cuts. The number 40 LSX instrument encounters resistance at 4 millimeters short of working length. Again, at the first sign of resistance, we pause and then proceed forward with a firm push to working length. Let's see that again. In this example, the size 40 is the final apical size. Why? Because it's the LSX instrument that first encounters resistance 4 millimeters or more short of working length and requires a firm push to reach working length. Let's see that sequence again in a cross-section view. The flexible shaft allows the tip to move towards the center of the canal. Each larger LSX instrument cuts more of the canal until the original oval-shaped canal is made round by the final apical size. We finish apical shaping by continuing in sequence to the next larger instrument, in this case a size 45. The number 45 encounters resistance at 6 millimeters from working length and is taken to 4 millimeters short of working length. This creates a slight funnel-like shape to accommodate a Simplifill apical plug, which will be used later for apical obturation. The final step is to instrument the mid-root of the canal. This involves blending the apical part just prepared with the LSX and the coronal third that was cleaned and shaped earlier during the access phase of the technique. As before, enter the canal with the number 50 instrument rotating. Pause when first feeling resistance, then advance the instrument no more than 2 to 3 millimeters apically. Do not advance any mid-root instrument into the apical 5 millimeters, as this will cause the Simplifill plug to fit too loosely later in the procedure. The number 55 meets resistance more coronally. Pause, then advance slowly 2 to 3 millimeters maximum. In the final step, we recapitulate with the FAS, in this case a size number 40 to working length, to ensure the canal is ready for obturation. Irrigate completely with the Endovac system. Tapered instruments lend themselves to preparations that tend to take too much dentin in the midroot while leaving the apical region underprepared. LSX can provide a biologically optimal root canal preparation. Only a thin layer of dentin is removed in all the right places. the critical apical area has been thoroughly cleaned while maintaining the integrity of the root canal anatomy from orifice to apex.